Hello everyone. So today I am going to discuss about the Robot Studio certification exam performance tasks as I promised. I will make a video lecture for this specific task. So the objective of today's lecture is once students are following those tasks and be used, basically those tasks will be used to evaluate the students' general familiarity with the Robot Studio programming application. And yes, as usual, as you see in other certification exam, you need to complete it single-handedly, and no assistance will be furnished. At the same time, you cannot request any assistance. Okay. So first of all, I just all the tasks are discussed, like prepare your work. For an example, the robot model is already mentioned, the smart gripper, and there will be two SAT file. One is stable, another is Robot Studio certification parts. Those two file will be given. As you know, you need to create a new work object, and which is basically called certification object or cert object, whatever. And then there will be four cylinder, and we need to select first for top position as for target. But in the second point, when you want to convert them as point one, point two, point three, and point four, basically you need to modify those target 20 millimeter down, so that the smart gripper or whatever the gripper they're providing, it can grip, and it can bring on top. And then as I discussed in my different videos, you would need to make some uh, above points on top of respective targets, so that robot can be first of all on top, and then it can go to that specific target to pick something and to place something. There will be a point where the P home will be created. And we need to make sure that there is no yellow triangles on the target names in the browser. And so once those activities are completed, then basically a path will be described. So basically what will happen, there will be four paths for pick. For an example, pick up point one, pick up point two, so on and so forth. And then maybe put down point one, put down point two, so on and so forth. And since it's the whole idea is you will pick from somewhere, and you will place to somewhere. So you would need to have like a gripper open and grip close signal to do that operation. And at the same time, here we're going to use some operator communication language. For an example, we will use TP read functional keys, and this time 1 2 3 4. I will use one more, and I will call it as none, like as a fifth fifth keys, right? And I'll show them. Okay, so without further ado, actually, it's not a small task. It is easy, but it's not a small task. So what I did, basically, I did most of the thing beforehand. So what I will do, I will just go over, and I hope you will understand that part, because I have confidence that okay, you have the knowledge. How can you create the work? How can you create import the geometry? How can you create the targets, and how can you create the work objects? So I know you know all of them, so I will basically go through, and so that basically help you. So first of all, what you need to do, this object will be given, and you need to number like this way. Like the top one will be one, then two, then three, and four. And you need to make a work object here, where this one will be, like if I just want to draw, right? So this is basically the x-axis, right? And That one is going to be the y-axis, and I'm pretty sure you know how to make the work object or new work object in work is in Robot Studio. So let's go there. So basically, that's the thing they're saying. So first of all, you took if I go to home and layout. So basically, that is the robot brand you took, IRB 1600 and Smart Gripper. I know in ABB certification they can provide any kind of their own gripper, but here I'm using like a smart gripper, but you will understand the idea is same. And two object will be given to like a file. The triangulation also two mesh file. One of them is basically RS certification part 2, and another is the table, right? I'm pretty sure most of you know, if you have like the SAT file, then you can basically bring them and you can put them on the right place. So what I did basically, I imported them from import geometry, and I kind of put this object exactly at the center of the table. I wanted to make sure, like, I needed to make sure, like, the object is exactly into or within the limit of this robot. So first thing first, I needed to make a new work object here, and I'm pretty sure you know how we can make it, right? So basically, I needed to go to others, and I needed to create a work object, and then I needed to go to frame by points, right? And then I needed to go and select 3 points, and then along x-axis I selected point 1, point 2, and along y-axis point 1, and then I accepted and created, and that's how I got the work object 3. I know in the question there is a specific name, and you are most welcome to change this one right from here if you go to and you can basically rename that one. Why don't I do now? Maybe it was what the name of this one was maybe city. Let's see, what was that name? Um, the name was the name was yeah, CERTOBJ. I'm just going to exactly taking this one, and I can quickly put this one Control V. So I got this piece. Then I would need to quickly, since I got this thing, I would need to quickly uh, mm, synchronize to rapid, right? So I'm just doing everything. Then I'm pretty sure my code will be changed. I can show that thing, no worries. And then I know you're seeing a lot of paths here, but just forget this one first. Maybe I can minimize and I can talk about the target first. So what I did here, um, here I needed to make the home, and point 1 is this one, then above point, point 2, above point, point 3, above point, so on and so forth. And first of all, before doing anything, I needed to make sure this one is working. So that's why I needed to make up path 10, and you see I didn't make it as the simulation entry point, because I made main as simulation entry point, but I wanted to see if this path works. Then yeah, I played and I saw, oh my gosh, it is working, which is great. And I intentionally reduced the velocity from, like, the speed from 1000 to I think 300, so that I can see it, and maybe I can go, yeah, I can just activate this one. So then I can quickly go to the controller, and I can turn on the flex pendant. Yeah, my flex pendant actually already turned on. So what I will show first, I will show how it works, and then maybe I can go to the code. That will make more sense to you, I believe. So yes, yeah, let's try to make it in a nice position. Okay, so first of all, pp2 main, and are you sure? Yes, and then let's play this one, and it will ask select a part to pick from 1 to 4, because we have total 4 parts. So do you want to pick part 1 or part 2 or part 3 or part 4 or none? So let's say I'm selecting I want to pick part 2. So then it will go and it will kind of pick part 2. I know I'm not picking now, but I'm just showing that's the movement it will do. And select a spot to place your pick part. Maybe I want to place it to number 4. So it will go to number 4. So that is the whole idea. You will pick an object from one location. Maybe one more time. I can play one more time. So I want to pick maybe 1, and I want to place it at 3. Okay. So I think it's a great exercise. And if you can manage this thing, then you will know, like, if there are randomly spreaded thousands of items, and if you know the coordinate of each item, then basically you can pick from the one position and you can place it to another position, right? So let's now discuss about the code. Yeah, I know. So first of all, I needed to run, and I needed to make those rob targets, right? And I made two number variable. One of them is pick, another is place. And under main, I used the TP read functional key pick, and I just selected. I just asked to select a part to pick from 1 to 4, and that's how they selected. And then yes, a simple if else statement. If it is 1, then pick up 1. That means I created this routine somewhere, and I'm basically calling the routine from there. So once the picking thing is done, then basically I'm going back to the home position, and then again I'm using TP read functional key for place, right, for place, and then same thing, if place is 1, then put down 1, so on and so forth. So then yes, I needed to make two more routines, one for gripper open, another is gripper closed. At this point, I am not using any like digital output, but the whole idea is reflecting the message. Honestly, in your assignment, if you are not using any kind of grip open and grip close, that's totally fine. I just want to see, how to move the robot from for picking, and how to move the robot for placing, and it should be totally user defined. Now, yes, the routine for pick up 1. So first of all, you are coming up above point 1, and then you are coming exactly point 1, and then if you really make the routine for grip open, then you can use that routine here, and that's how basically it will close and it will pick, and then it will go back to again above the point 1. And I know here you are using move to home, and that's how it is working. I know some of you will make, I'm pretty sure some of you will make another maybe routine, like maybe you can make, I don't know, go home, something like this, right? And then maybe you can totally use that one. But for now, I just used, or maybe I can quickly use that one, maybe go home, right? And that's how it will go home. Or let's say you don't want to use go home here, you just want to use go home exactly under this one. You can also do that. So that's how I coded for pickup 1, pickup 2, up to pickup 4. And then you can say place, but I was using put down 1, put down 2, up to put down 4. And even I know I didn't use path 10, but you are understanding, right? Before starting the whole code, I just wanted to make sure the path, whatever the path I made, or whatever the targets I made, basically working while I'm making the path. So yeah, if you just want to delete, that's totally fine. Just delete it, and I'm pretty sure you know you can just from the rapid you can apply. So whatever the changes I did here, right, all of them got updated. Now I want to like run one more time, and I want to see if it works, right? So let's go and run it. Okay, so I am bringing back this one, and you remember, right? I just quickly changed some of them. I just made one new routine as go home, and I was using go home other than using exactly move L version there. So if you go there and yes, and if you play, then basically, yeah, same question, select a part two, pick from one to four. If it is one, it will come there, it will go back to home, and if you want to place it to 4, then it will basically place to 4. So I am confident like you will be able to bring definitely the okay. And last thing I want to show, like you see, I made a lot of things here, and then I didn't make those toolpath. But I think in one of our lectures I have already showed you whatever the items you are making here. If you go from the rapid to synchronize to station, and if you select all of them, right, so all of them basically will be updated here, like under the path and procedures, right? So you see the go home was not here, now it is here. So that's how basically you can do update all of the toolpaths that you created. So yeah, so this is honestly my confidence that you will be able to bring the specific robot, and then the table and object will be provided, and then you can create this object as like certificate object or something, and then you can create four target on top of each. I know I'm sometimes I'm not using zone find, but this is just showing, but for your case you can use zone find. That's how you will not see that kind of curvature, right? And once you are making those targets, then you need to make compass and see they are working. And then basically you can go to rapid, and under the main you can start your coding. I did one more thing here I want to show for an example. I basically created the main by myself, and then I created a path, a new path, and I renamed it as main. And that's how here basically I got this main routine, and then under that I'm just calling all of them. So yes, I think that's it for the certification exam. So once you are done with this with this assignment, then basically you can go to home, right, and file, and then from there just make back and go. And at the same time you also would need to capture that piece. So what I will do, maybe I will capture the whole thing, like screen capture, and then making a video file, and also I will submit the video file. So I hope that really helps, and you will really have fun while you will finish this operation. Thank you.